Multi-step rational expressions. This is at the end of Unit 7 in dealing with order of operations. So just as you look at this problem, we're looking for minuses. Just is the same as if we were saying 5 times 7 minus 4 divided by 2. Same order of operation. So I know I'm going to do this part first and this part first, and then I'll end up subtracting and getting a common denominator for both of those. All right, so I want to reduce as much as I can first, and some of you are trying to not take an extra step. Take an extra step and clean up what you have here. So this is x to the 5th y. And notice I'm putting my numbers together. So I have 9 and 20, and I have x to the 2nd, y to the 6th. Because if you mess up this step, you can add your fractions right, and it doesn't matter. So take your time at the beginning. 12y to the 4th, 7x to the 3rd, reciprocal. So 14x squared and 4y. Now some people reduce right even here, that's fine. Okay, so what most matters is that you get these fractions reduced here. So I know I have x to the 3rd over y to the 5th, and I can do that. And then if you want to make sure that these reduce, you can use your calculator. Use the fraction button or whatever. It's 90 divided by 180. It's a half, so whatever you decide. And then here I'm going to not combine these. So this is y to the 3rd. So this moves up over x, and 12 times 14 divided by 28, 6. So this reduces to 6. 168 over 28 is 6. Okay, now to find a common denominator. Least common denominator. I'm going to write everything from this fraction. And I'm going to go to the second fraction and say, what am I missing from this fraction that's not here? Well, the x. So this is one of the easier cases where they're completely separate. They don't share any common factors. So this is only missing x. So I'm going to take x times my x to the 3rd. And this is only missing 2y to the 5th. So I'm going to take that times 2y to the 5th. Much easier to follow and check than a whole bunch of stuff all over the place that you got to scribble out. X to the 4th minus 12y to the 8th all over 2xy to the 5th. If you get to the end, you should not be able to cancel anything out if you got the least common denominator. If you don't, right here, something will cancel out. Okay, we'll do one more on this video, then we'll go to the next side. So, again, I'm thinking about this is A plus B times C. So I know I need to do the B times C part first, and then I'll come back and get to the A. But I'm going to do this, I'm going to factor as I go. So my second step should have all the factors, including having this one right here. And I'm putting parentheses around anything that is a binomial. So factor fest, because you might be able to cancel things out, reduce. So I have all of this. I'm hoping I can reduce something before I move on. So I'm gonna just ignore that. And this is all multiplied together. We're doing this first, so I'm going to extend this. X plus 4 is gone. Notice I'm not scribbling through it, so I can see when I need to go check. This 3 goes in here 2 times, so I'm left with x times x plus 2 all over 2 times x minus 3. Bring down the fraction. Now we are ready to add. So I have x plus 2 over 4x times x minus 3. So we do have a common denominator. Or we share some stuff. We don't have a common denominator. We have some common factors. So this is my thinking as I do this. I'm writing down everything that's here. 4x times x minus 3. And I want the least common denominator, so I'm not going to write everything else. I'm going to go here. 2 is part of this 4x, and x minus 3 is part of this 4x. So I don't need to add anything. I don't need to multiply everything by 2, because it's going to make me reduce at the end. Okay, so this is our denominator, so I just rewrite x plus 2. This is missing a 2x. 2 times 2x is 4x. The x minus 3 is already there. So I'm going to take 2x times x plus 2. Now I just need to simplify carefully. So I have 4x times x minus 3 as the denominator. Be careful here. This is 2x squared times x plus 2, which would be 2x to the third, plus 4x squared plus x plus 2. And since I found the right denominators, nothing I can cancel out. Don't go like, oh, ooh, looky there. I think I'll commit an algebra foul. Ooh, let me cancel these things out. You're done right there. Stop. Okay? I'll do another video for the back too.